It's been a season of racial reckoning. In about 8 minutes, everything changed. Video of a police officer kneeling on George Floyd's neck, killing him, brought Americans of all backgrounds to the streets in a national wave of protest. It was a wave sometimes met by overwhelming force and also gestures of reconciliation. George Floyd, and I know you spoke to his daughter,
and the whole family.
Taylor, say their names, and there's so many names. Such unrest in this country this summer, the summer of unrest, and people from all backgrounds taking to the streets and saying enough. And there's a sense, or maybe a hope, that this time is different, and you both have been involved in the civil rights movements. You were in a stroller with your parents in the 60s. Is it different this time?
It is different.
This time. How is it different, and what will you do, if elected, a Biden administration, to truly bring about change, lasting change?
I'm going to have America look and see that my administration across the board is going to look like America, number one. Number two, we're going to make sure that we change the entire system with the way in which we deal with criminal justice from one of punishment to rehabilitation. No one should be going to jail because they have a drug addiction. They should be going into mandatory drug treatment. We're going to provide for a $15,000 tax credit for the first-term home buyer, designed to allow African Americans and minorities to be able to build wealth. We have to root out this systemic racism, and an education. Because we know when you do that, you increase exponentially the prospects of success, no matter where you come from, black, white, Hispanic, Asian American. And so there's so much we can do, and the public is ready. The blinders have been taken off. They've seen in this COVID crisis who the people have been lifting them up, who the people have been risking their lives, who's stocking the grocery shelves, who are the first responders. And I just think we have an enormous opportunity.
While on the campaign trail, Vice President Biden has at times sparked controversy over issues related to race.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
You said, I choose to speak truth even when it's uncomfortable.
Yes.
So when you have a running mate who makes a comment like, you ain't black, leads some people to say, he just doesn't get it. Have you been able to speak truth to him about that?
Listen, when Joe and I talked about the state of Black America, he has a deep sense of awareness and knowledge about racial disparities, inequities, and systematic racism. And Joe speaks the words and actually knows how to say the words, Black Lives Matter. Contrary to what the President of the United States, the current President of the United States does, which is to sow hate and division full-time, and has never spoken those words and will never speak the words Black Lives Matter. You can talk to Joe. He has been outspoken on those issues, and I know where his heart is. I
wouldn't be here if it weren't for the African American community. We have the 8th largest black population in America. I worked in the East Side, 6 blocks from here, which is virtually all African American. I had a good job with a well-known law firm, and I quit and became a public defender. But here's the point. I shouldn't have said that, but I was trying to make the point that this is a man who spent his entire career denigrating African Americans. But the truth is, there's a fundamental difference between Donald Trump and me on the issue of race across the board. I'm not gonna try to divide people. It's all about bringing people together.
There's also been a national conversation about policing. And you know the name that you have, Kamala, Top Cop. And the book that you wrote 10 years ago, Smart on Crime, where you concluded by saying that you wanted to see more police on the street. Do you still feel that way?
Listen, I think that there is no question. First of all, when I wrote that book, Black Lives Matter did not exist. And I give full credit to the brilliance of that movement in terms of what it has done to advance a conversation that needed to happen a long time ago. What Black Lives Matter has done as a movement has been to be a counterforce against a very entrenched status quo around the criminal justice system in America. And That's why I'm so excited about what we can do in terms of a new administration in the White House that is about taking on these issues in a way that makes clear that the American people are ready for it and they want it. And so it's about a policy that says we're going to ban chokeholds and carotid holds. George Floyd would be alive today if there had been such a ban. We need that ban. That's part of the policy and the platform that a Biden-Harris administration is going to fight for.
When I say defund, you say police defund. Police defund.
Following Floyd's death came cries to defund the police, to move money out of police budgets and into social service programs, deepening fault lines and the divide.
If Joe Biden and the radical Dems take power, they will pass legislation gutting every single police department in America.
President Trump says that you want to defund the police. Do you?
No, I don't. By the way, he proposes cutting $500 million out of local police support. I don't want to defund police departments. I think they need more help. They need more assistance. The vast majority of the police, they're ashamed of what they saw. But you have to take action, and it has to be national. And we have to make it clear that this is about protecting neighborhoods, protecting people, everybody across the board. So the only guy that actually put in a bill to actually defund the police is Donald Trump.
If you are elected, how are you going to reach out to people who you know do not support you?
I'm going to represent everyone, whether they voted for me or not. That's what presidents are supposed to do. That's what I'm going to do. We have to unite this country. And there's just been too much misinformation that's been laid out there. People are looking for someone to be authentic, tell the truth, and say exactly what they're going to do. And that's what I'm going to do.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.